I recently spent some time with the new Tudor Black Bay 58 Burgundy. We need to talk about this watch. Jesus, a selfie stick and a mini microphone. My God, what have you become, man? Honest to God. So, what is there about the Tudor Black Bay 58 you can say that hasn't possibly been said already? For the uninitiated, Tudor exists kind of as Rolex's more accessible younger brother. It's a sub-brand of the company, which is there to give good watchmaking options at a slightly more affordable price. Tudor really are renowned for making sort of tool-tastic, hard-wearing watches that are very much impossible not to love, really. Neo-vintage inspired designs, hard-wearing, been around for a while. The Black Bay 58 in particular exists as the kind of darling of the range. It's a great watch for all wrist sizes, it's great functionality, you just can't not love it. But what then is so interesting about the Burgundy? Why are we talking about the Burgundy specifically? We can just pause a minute just to say this is a brand new channel, and if you could please drop me a like, a comment, a subscribe, it would be appreciated. Got a new episode of 5 Reasons dropping next week, so stay tuned, there's plenty more watch related chat to come. Cheers. In the photographs you see on the Tudor website, the watch looks to be a more mid-red. This isn't how it wears at all. The watch is a much darker hue of red. If you've seen the Omega Seamasters, the green, you'll know what I mean. The pictures give it this much brighter colour than what you're actually receiving when you put it on the wrist. It's got a wonderful kind of sunburst on the dial, which really catches the light. It's a very, very handsome piece. There are a lot of critics out there that say this watch shouldn't be in the product range at all, that it's a bit of a cash grab, they don't like the colour, that it's blood red, that they're not into it. Let me tell you, it's nonsense, rubbish. There's a bit of precedent with red in the Black Bay as well. It originally dates back to the Tudor Submariner. There were some prototypes of the Submariner which were originally going to be launched in red but never really came to market. And the Rolex fans among us have been calling out for a red Submariner for a long time. But again, Rolex doing their own thing, they go their own way. So does the Black Bay 58 in Burgundy actually give us exactly what we've been looking for all this time? A sensible sized, no date, Black Bay, or if you're of that mind, a Submariner alternative in that red colour that we've all been looking for. For me, the Black Bay 58 has now reached a point where you could argue that it's on the verge of suppressing its more expensive, high luxury cousin. The Submariner is a great watch, okay, and divers' watches need to be legible, but the Submariner it's a big watch. It's perilously expensive. You don't have a huge variation in terms of dial colours. Yes, you're all right if you want to get a green bezel, or you want to spend some precious metal money, but let's be honest, one of the problems with the Submariner is it's already overpriced. So Tudor coming in with a Black Bay, which has now got 3 principal dial colours, 3 principal bezel colours, a great price, a range of sizes. Is this watch at the point now where possibly it's the diver's watch the Submariner was always meant to be? Now, the obvious critic would say the Submariner is a better quality product. It's a more rounded product. It's a more historied, prestiged and status-driven product. It's got refinements in movement and manufacture that the Tudor can never aspire to. Seeing it in red was really refreshing. For me personally, I have a lot of black watches. You know, I like a black watch, I like the understated effect of it. And this Burgundy, it is tempting. Very, very tempting. The Tudor Black Bay 58 really, to many, is a vintage no-date Submariner, isn't it? That's its whole point, that's its whole USP. It's got classic dive watch design, very reminiscent of the Submariner. It's deviated from the Mercedes handset in the snowflake, and there's enough things that differentiate the Tudor Black Bay from the Tudor and Rolex Submariners of the past. With that being said then, why is the Black Bay 58 a watch that we really need to talk about? And I think the answer quite simply is this. The black and the blue both exist in the current Submariner lineup. And for my money, that gives it a sense of, it doesn't have its own identity in the way that the Hulk really had its own identity in the Submariner lineup. And just like the Hulk, with the Tudor going to a red, that really rich red, the Tudor red. It finally starts to stand out as its own thing. It's now a watch I can look at and go, you're not just trying to be Rolex anymore. It feels as if the Black Bay 58 has grown up with this new colour. It's now stepped out of the shadow. It's now turning itself into a product range and a watch that doesn't need to rely on the Submariner. And I felt that way about the Black Bay 58. It never really warmed my heart, but now it feels like it just felt different. Black Bay 58 now, it feels different in the red. It feels like a very unique watch. Before you criticise, don't look at online pictures. It'll do you no favours. Go out there and try this watch on. It really is handsome. And no, I should be so lucky Tudor aren't paying me to say that. That'd be the day. As always, thank you for watching. This is a small watch channel. There's no getting away from it. But we're a growing community. We've only been online about a month. But do, go on. Give us a cheeky subscribe. You know, just a little. You'll make my day. And you'd have the opportunity to be part of a small and emerging community. Go on, be a trendsetter. Right, as always, thanks for watching. Peace out.